Chicago Annenberg Challenge, they funneled money to, amongst many other places, Acorn. So there's 3 stages of relationship with them.
And Acorn is kind of a complicated organization to figure out because there are many facets to it. But one of the things about Acorn I know that you have a problem with relates to voter fraud. Explain that. Well, they've been convicted in the past in 6 different states for voter registration fraud. Some of my favorites are, the greatest hits are, in 2006 they registered 1,800 people to vote in Washington, 6 were legitimate. In Ohio, they registered a man by the name of Jive Turkey to vote, along with Dick Tracy and Mary Poppins. So they're under investigation in 14 states for voter fraud and misuse of funds right now.
Okay, Steve, so let me ask you this. Given that, is it your assessment that Acorn is working actively right now for Barack Obama?
Well, Acorn itself, there's various facets, like you said. Acorn is nonpartisan. However, they work in inner cities to register people to vote. They have a political action committee that has endorsed Barack Obama. So certainly their political action wing is for Barack Obama. Well, one of the disturbing things, though, Seaton, is that some of these states are going to come down to literally maybe a couple thousand votes. Is that what people are concerned about? You're talking about what Acorn has been convicted of in the past is fraudulently casting absentee ballots. If you want to look at a very important swing state, let's take Ohio, where the Democrat Secretary of State issued an edict saying, we're going to allow same-day voter registration and voting, which I'm not saying, we don't know yet if it's connected to Acorn. It would be nice if the media would look into that. But what we do know is that certainly plays into their hand of fraudulent absentee ballots being cast. There's stories going around now of homeless people registering to vote. Yeah, we've been talking about it.
And in fact, we're going to show some of that coming up in our next hour. Seaton, Motley, we thank you very much for joining us live. By the way, you're first guy who is ever on this show said Jive Turkey. First guy
thank you.
Ever.
Thank you. Well, you know, it's Turkey, Jive on the registration card.
All right. Good to see you.
All right.
We'll be back in just a minute.